Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Christiana. This is my channel by Christiana, where I talk about freelance writing, entrepreneurship, indie stuff, freelancing, all those fun side hustle writer related things. I am going to really quick just get into this video and kind of go over how I got started as a VA. I had a friend who texted me the other day and she asked me how I got started as a VA because she's considering doing that as a side hustle. So I answered her, I told her how I started, but I thought I'd go ahead and make a video about this because I want to get back into making YouTube videos. So I thought that this would be a good topic to reintroduce myself and get back into the video posting game. So how did I get started as a VA? Virtual assistant or personal assistant or whatever. In like 2021, I bought into this course by this coach who taught you how to make income streams and build a brand and do the whole social media marketing thing. So after I took that course, I tried to figure out what I could actually do and what I could actually monetize and build and grow around. And I decided on virtual assistants. It was very circumstantial how I actually found my first client. He was a Facebook friend. He was an author. We'd connected a long time ago, a year or two ago, by being in a different Facebook group. We friended each other. We DM'd a little bit, and we didn't talk a whole lot, but he posted on his page, like on his personal page, that he was looking for a virtual assistant. I immediately DM'd him and said, hey, I'm about to start a virtual assistant business. So we instantly just decided to work with each other. There wasn't really a big whole vetting process or back and forth or not a whole lot of detail. He kind of let me know what he would need. I told him, cool, I can do that. We kind of had agreement, and then I sent him a more official agreement through a client onboarding system, which I don't use that one anymore. I use a different one now. And we got started. He was able to pay me through that system. I did work for him usually 8 to 10 hours a month at a set rate. It was hourly with him, and it was the lowest I ever got paid when I started with him. Like, that was my beginning salary, that was my beginning hourly, and I never changed it. And we worked together for about 2 years, until this year, 2023, until I got very, 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 very overwhelmed due to a lot of personal life situations, and it just did not make it feasible for me to mentally handle doing extra side hustle work at that point. But we worked together for 2 years, and until I literally just could not. But he's still cool, we're cool, we talk, we chit chat, and he kind of helps me with my author writing stuff now. Besides working with that client, he was my first one and my most consistent one. I had other one-off clients that I would do work for. I had all of my clients came through Facebook. All of them were from Facebook, or they were for referrals. So I did work with my sister. My sister is also a freelancer. She's a virtual assistant. So I would work with her kind of as a subcontractor with her clients. But that wasn't like all the time either. That was more like if she had clients and she had extra work that she couldn't really handle, then she would take me on to work with her a little bit. And then the other clients I found myself. So I had a few content writing clients, a few copywriting clients. I ended up doing a website for this one client who actually didn't pay me the other half of my fee, which is interesting, but whatever. That's a lesson. That's a mistake right there. Get your money up front. Get your money up front. I hope they're doing well. I hope they're doing well with their endeavors. But wow. I had another client who I did editing for. I worked on as an editor for three or four books and a series with a independent publisher. That was amazing. I really enjoyed that. But every single one, all of them were through Facebook. There were some people who I knew There were some people who were referrals. There were some people who I went and found. So there were different Facebook groups, and in the groups, the people are actually posting. Businesses, people who own the businesses, they're actually posting saying, I'm looking for this. You can respond. They can decide to work with you or not. And then one of the strategies that the coach taught me from the course that I took, it was to go into these groups. These are not the groups who are looking for people. These are the groups who are like if you wanted to work with a hairstylist and there's a group of hairstylists and you know information or you have good tips, whatever, and they ask questions. You respond, you give good content, you give good answers, and you help people by posting in those groups and giving good information so people can see that, hey, this person knows what they're talking about. And then people get curious to come to your page to come and see what you're talking about. And like on your page, you should have it posted, you should have it listed. I'm a virtual assistant, I'm an author, I'm a freelancer, whatever. So people, when they click on your profile, they'll go and see what you're talking about and see, okay, this person has this knowledge because they do this. So that's just one of the marketing tactics that she taught in her course, and I used that and it worked, because the last client that I had that I also had to let go of, I found by posting in a group for authors, had a comment, it was helpful, she responded, we worked together for a few months, but again, very overwhelmed and could not do any extra things. That's how I got started, basically. When I got started, I'm not sure if I had my website built out. I feel like I didn't. If I did, it wasn't a whole lot. And my first client, he didn't care at all. That's because we already had a relationship. I did not have a portfolio. I had very little experience. Most of the work that I did was administrative. It was administrative, and it was specific to the niche that I was working with. So I most enjoy working with indie authors. They're my favorite type of people in the world. So I have done a lot of research about being an indie author. I am an indie author. I'm published in 2 anthologies under my own name, and then I'm published in 2 other anthologies under different pen names. I haven't published anything of my own yet, but I am working on. So to make this actually help for you, if you want to get started as a virtual assistant, it's really not that difficult. You need to be technologically savvy in some way. You need to know how to use the internet. Basically, you need to know how to use, Microsoft, Google, Google Suite, Microsoft Suite, things like that. Things that you don't know how to do, you need to know how to find the answer and figure out how to do them, and you need to be competent at it. It's not really like a super hard thing to do. It's just something that's pretty time consuming, and you need to have some skill. If you don't have the skill already, you need to be able to learn how to do it. Like if you want to be a social media manager, you need to have some idea. You need to know social media to an extent. You need to know how Instagram and Facebook and Meta works. You need to know YouTube. You need to know something. You don't have to know every social media option out there, but you need to know what you know. And if you don't know it, then you need to be able to learn it, is basically how that goes. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to set boundaries. Don't be able to have good boundaries on your time or what you can and cannot do. Communication. Communication is very important. You do not want your client to contact you on Sunday afternoon telling you that they need this project done tomorrow when your office hours state that you're not available on the weekends, or even worse, you never set office hours, so they think that you're available to be contacted at any time. My clients, I didn't really have that issue with my clients. All my clients were really pretty good. If I ever felt like there were some boundary issues there, I didn't usually take on work with those clients to begin with. And I actually turned down working for an $18,000 client because of the mismatch and communication styles that we likely would have had, and that just would have been a frustrating experience for both of us. Definitely have your boundaries. Don't be desperate for money. Don't be desperate to work with any and everybody just because it's money, because your mental health and your physical health are important, and it doesn't matter how much money you have if you feel like crying when you have to do this person's work. I think that's all I have. I'll put in the description box what client onboarding system I use now, what I've used most recently. I don't currently have any clients right now. I have returned to full-time corporate work, and that's going for right now. And I am I'm trying to get back into doing content and copywriting. Right now, like today as we speak, I am doing a test trial run to work with a copywriting agency. So if they are pleased with my submissions, I might be doing more ongoing work with them. And really, content and copywriting writing is what I enjoy doing most. I enjoy doing that more than my VA work, even though I have absolutely loved working with all of my authors. That's kind of writing and authoring in a adjacent way. It's not directly writing because they don't need me to write, they're authors. But I enjoy working with them because that's the type of people I enjoy. And then actually writing, doing the copy and content writing, that's like the actual work that I enjoy doing. So if I can get restarted working with them, then that will be super, super great and wonderful for my soul. I haven't written in so long, and it's so good. And I don't know if I mentioned it earlier in this video, but I got married, and my husband gave me his well, he didn't mean to give it to me, but he gave me his desk and his monitors and everything. So now I have a really good setup. So I'm so excited to get back into writing and doing all of that fun, creative, wordy stuff that I love. But again, I just wanted to be a quick video about how I got started and to give you a few tips. I hope they were helpful. If they were, let me know. If you have any other questions, put them down in the comment box below. Again, I'll put the client onboarding system that I use in the description box. I think if you use it, it's like a referral code thing. I think if you use it, I get some money or something maybe, but it's the system that I actually use and I actually enjoy it. It's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward, streamlined. It has all the things you need, and you can get it and use it for free. You don't have to pay for it, and it still has a lot of very, very, very good features that you don't even have to pay for, like some of the other ones that people like to use, like HoneyBook or Dubsado. This one's free level is definitely enough, especially when you're just getting started. And I think even if you scale up and you have more clients, I think this system is still a pretty good one to use, especially if you're just getting started and you don't want to pay for all the things. I think I'm going to end the video here, and if you liked it, please like it and subscribe for more. Thanks so much. Have the best day ever. I'm working on a novel, and I'm working on some other projects under my name and under my pen name. So I know a lot about indie authors, I know a lot about the publishing industry, and I know a lot of the different websites or apps or things that they need. So I was very well suited to work with that first client and the last client. And then I'm pretty good at a lot of the other administrative writing, data entry, research, whatever that my other clients needed throughout the time that I was doing virtual assistants.